Szép jó estét kívánok mindenkinek! Szerbusztok! Kezdetét veszi az Apple-nek a jubileumi közvetítése, hiszen idén 10 éve jelentették be az első iPhone-t, még 2007-ben, és hát mint a pletykák is keringenek, eléggé nagy bejelentésekre számíthatunk a mai estén. Eléggé sok helyen megosztottam a streamet, így remélem, hogy minél többen csatlakoznak majd. A streamet a számítógépemről irányítom, illetve az eseményeket a tabletemen, egy Apple iPad Pro-n követem figyelemmel és ellenőrzöm, hogy minden rendben van-e. Az értesítések pedig a telefonon fognak jönni. A chat ablakot figyelem, tehát az esetleges kérdésekre fogok tudni válaszolni. Jelenleg már ketten is néznek, úgyhogy szuper. Nézzük meg, hogy mire számíthatunk a mai este folyamán. Ugye a pletykák szerint 3 telefont is be fognak jelenteni, ezeknek a nevei részben kiderültek, részben még nem derültek ki, hiszen a hivatalos megjelenés akkor válik igazivá, amikor már bejelentik. A kódokban ugyan már benne van a kódnév iPhone 8, 8 Plus, illetve X, de hát sokan tippelnek még az Editionre, illetve sokan tippelnek, hogy iPhone 7 7-es lesz, de hát a keynote-on meglátjuk. A különlegessége még a keynote-nak, hogy az első olyan esemény, amelyet az Apple a saját házattáján, az új Apple Parkban rendez meg, Steve Jobs emlékének állított színházban, amelyről már a 9 to 5 Mac is, illetve több híres Apple oldal is beszámolt. Illetve hát már betöltöttem itt a oldalt, ami az Apple-nek a special eventjét mutatja. Itt ki is van írva, hogy mikor lesz a közvetítés, tehát még van körülbelül 22 percünk, de addig nézzük át, hogy mire lehet számítani. Ugye az iPhone X Edition Pro, vagy nevezzük ahogy szeretnénk, ezt majd kiderül a közvetítés alkalmával, egy forradalmian új készüléknek ígérkezik, bár már minden pletyka, belső információ, formaterv, kijelző, előlap, hátlap, minden kiderült. Én bízom benne, hogy ezeknek a pletykáknak a 90%-a teljesen helytálló és jogos, mert ha ez így van, akkor eddigi legnagyobb frissítése lesz az Apple-nek, és most nézzük meg, hogy milyen formatervek is vannak a telefonhoz. A 9 to 5 Mac-en megjelent egy igen jó összehasonlító kép, azt mindjárt be is töltöm nektek, közben már itt érkeznek az Apple Seattle-ről a képek, meg a videók a blogokon, illetve a tech oldalakon. De hogy össze tudjuk hasonlítani, hogy körülbelül milyen lesz a két telefon, illetve 3, mert ugye a 7 Plus, 7-es Plus, vagy 8 Plus, ezt majd meglátjuk, hogy hogyan fogják hívni. Ugye el fogják adni egyrészt a Touch ID-t, az X az biztosan, a kisebbeknél nem tudjuk, hiszen azokról valami keveset tudunk, mert arról érdekes módon nem szivárgott ki annyi minden, mint ahogy azt hittük. De például érdekesség még, hogy a 8-as megkapja ugye a Face ID-t, de például egyes pletykák azt mondják, hogy benne lesz a 8 Plus-ba is. Na most mutatok nektek egy képet, amit még lementettem magamnak, ki is választom gyorsan. Azt mondja, lementés, tallózás, és a letöltésekben benne van az iPhone X, illetve az iPhone 6S, amivel jelenleg rendelkezem, azok benne vannak, és érdekes összehasonlítás, hogy méretben sokkal inkább a 6S vagy 7 és a plusz méret között lesz, tehát ez egy olyan kompakt elrendezés, ami kényelmesen tenyérbe fogható, bár nagyon sokan azt mondják, hogy a 6S is már nagy, illetve az SE-t istenítik a legtöbben, hogy még mindig az a legkézbefoghatóbb telefon, amelyet Steve Jobs megálmodott, hiszen ő azt mondta, hogy a 4-esnek a mérete az igazán ideális. És itt is van a kép. Meg is osztom. Köszönöm. Elnézést. Így meg is van a kép. Mint láthatjátok, alig valamivel nagyobb maga a készülék, de ha azt vesszük, akkor lényegesen kisebb, mint a 6S Plus vagy 7 Plus. A 6S-ből még hiányzik az optikai képstabilizátor, ugye, ami csak a plusz kiváltságai, illetve a kijelző az részben majdnem ugyanaz. A 6S hardware kerül bele ugye a SE-be, kíváncsi leszek, hogy esetleg az Apple tervez bármilyen frissítést az SE számára, hiszen az már egy 2 éves modell, nek a hardverét hordja magában, de még így is legalább 3-4 évig igazi jó kis iPhone tud lenni. Na most, ami még engem kiválóan foglalkoztat és érdekel, az az, hogy mik azok a funkciók, mik azok a szolgáltatások, amik a látássérülteket, illetve a különféle fogyatékkal élő felhasználókat tudják segíteni, hiszen tudni kell rólam, hogy 2006 óta foglalkozom és mozgom megváltozott életet élő emberek között. Erről azt kell tudni, hogy látás, mozgás, hallás és halmozottan sérült emberekről van szó. Tehát nagyon sok ismerősöm, aki látássérült iPhone-t használ, hiszen a VoiceOver, mint olyan, kiválóan alkalmassá teszi arra, hogy a képernyő felolvasó rendszer teljes értékűen használni tudja a telefonnal. Ezt most jól megfogalmaztam, nem baj. Ha megnézzük a dizájnt, akkor láthatod, hogy elvileg fekete előlappal fog érkezni az összes szín, ami létezik. A copper gold, a fekete és az ezüst vagy fehér, erről nincsenek információk, illetve a színekről még nem igazán szivárogtak ki részletek. 3 színt azt tudunk, de szerintem lesz ott több is. Illetve még ami érdekesség, az a hátlapi dupla kamera, ugye, ami képstabilizátoros lesz mind a kettő remélhetőleg, hiszen a Samsung Galaxy S8-ban már mind a 2 kamera megkapta a stabilizátort, de hozzá kell tenni, hogy a portré módnál kíváncsi leszek, hogy miért ezt a álló kamera elrendezést használták, miért nem vették figyelembe az előzőt, hiszen az kényelmesebb, és ugyanúgy álló lesz, hogyha megfogjuk és kézbe tartjuk. Az egyik legnagyobb újdonság még az AR kit lesz, tehát a kiterjesztett valóság, vagy mint szoktuk mondani, augmented reality. Itt olyan alkalmazások, olyan programok, illetve segédeszközök válhatnak elérhetővé, amik nagyban segíthetik magát a felhasználást, mint az átlag felhasználónak, mint pedig a játékosoknak, hiszen egy olyan világot teremt meg nekünk, ami csak számunkra létezik, de egy hihetetlen élményt tud nyújtani. Továbbá az iOS 11 frissítésében benne van, hogyha streamelni akarunk az iOS készülékünkről, akkor nem kell már az iTuneshoz vagy a QuickTime-hoz hozzá kötni a telefont, tehát számítógép nélkül is már tudunk képernyő videót készíteni, és tudunk streamelni akár YouTube-ra, akár Twitch-re, bár erről még hivatalos információk nincsenek, de rengeteg demót láttunk már erről. Most ha visszamegyünk a böngészőbe, akkor érdekes beírni a iPhone X nevet, hiszen már így is rengeteg találatot lát a rendszer, és megmondom őszintén, hogyha olyan telefon kerülne napvilágra, ami tényleg egy mind funkcióiban mondjuk az iOS 11-nek köszönhetően így is hatalmas szolgáltatás, frissítés lesz a porondon. Tehát én azt mondom, hogyha az Apple tényleg valóra váltja az előzetes Mark Gurman és Ming Chiu által megjósolt szolgáltatásokat, akkor én azt mondom, hogy az emberek 99%-a elégedett lehet, hiszen egy olyan telefont fog készhez kapni, ami nyilván különleges, az X az a extrára fog szerintem, vagy a extravagáns, ugye a színek miatt, hiszen ez a Copper Gold, ami itt látható középen, ez egy igazán érdekes színválasztás, nem tudom milyen lehet majd élőben. Meg arra is kíváncsi leszek, hogy a rozsdamentes acélkeretet megkapja-e a telefon, tehát az még egy érdekesség. Viszont lehet vele 4K-ba rögzíteni a videókat, és egy extra slow motion 240 kép per másodperc videót lehet Full HD felbontásban készíteni. Nem tudom, hogy hány háztartásban van 4K televízió, vagy hány olyan számítógép van használatban, ami 4K-s felbontást használ. Most az átlag felhasználót mondom, nem a gamereket. Így a 4K videót leginkább a YouTube részére érdemes rögzíteni, hiszen ott visszaskálázható Full HD-ra, vagy amilyen felbontást éppen elbír az internetünk, vagy a számítógépünk. Specifikációval különképp nem foglalkozom, hiszen az iOS-nek egy nagy jelentősége, hogy rendkívül jól optimalizált, így nem hiszem, hogy egy Samsungokban vagy egy Huawei-be tapasztalható izom atomerőmű fog működni. Az iOS 11 ráadásul még jobban optimalizált, és a legtöbb beta verzióval rendelkező iOS rendszer, amit valaha kiadtak, így kíváncsi leszek arra, hogy mennyi úgymond bug fog kijönni az első időkben. Mint a táblagépemen, mint a telefonomon még iOS 10-es rendszer van. Számomra a legújabb funkciók azok iPad-re fognak kijönni, így majd meg akarom nézni mindenképpen, hogy az iOS 11-nek az iPad-re optimalizált változata mekkora újításokat fog hozni. Mint azt már mondtam, az iPad Pro-ról készült egy kicsomagoló videó is, amit megtekintettek a csatornámon, így ott bemutattam a beállításokat, illetve hogy még mire lehet számítani. Egy videóvágó rendszer van rá föltelepítve, ami a LumaFusion. Ez szerintem az Apple szoftverével majdnem, hogy egy szinten van, csak ugye mobil változatban. Föl van téve rá az Affinity Photo, ami kiváló fotószerkesztő, és a Lightroom-nak az összes funkcióját, csinyát, binnyát ellátja, így kiválóan tudom használni. A fotókat úgy szoktam áttölteni a tabletre, hogy először iCloud-ba fölrakom, 200 giga tárhely van iCloud-on, így minden eszközről elérhető az összes felvétel, és miután készen vagyok a szerkesztéssel és a feltöltéssel az iPad-ről tőlem, mert az csak 64 gigás, a telefon a 128-as, így a cloudba simán elférnek a tartalmak, tehát nincs szükség nagyobbra, a szerkesztéshez meg bőven elegendő. Illetve az Udemy oktatási rendszerben 3D animációtervezést tanulok jelenleg, és abban a magyar fejlesztésű Shaper 3D nevű program van a segítségemre tableten, míg számítógépen a Blendert használom, tehát úgy mondom, hogy úton is bármikor lehet játszani vele, tervezni és látványtervezést készíteni. Na most, amire nagyon kíváncsi leszek, és itt mindjárt be is töltök egy videót, mivel 9 to 5 még majd adott be élőt, azt mondja 9 to 5 Mac. A Steve Jobs Seattle-t akkor szeretném nektek megmutatni. Itt vagyunk a 9 to 5 Mac-en, videók. Már be is töltötte, itt van. Jó, hirdetést átugorjuk hamarosan. És már itt is van, engedélyezem neki a hangot.
But it's like, I was just gonna post the details. But I'm gonna do a week too.
You did it.
Már csak 10 perc és kezdődik Cupertinoban az Apple Park 2 Steve Jobs Seattle-ben az Apple-nek a special eventje, amelyben az iPhone 8, iPhone 8 Plus, illetve az iPhone X kerül bemutatásra az iOS 11-jel. Én még várom azért a HomePodnak egy demóját, illetve még azért egy Apple Watch frissítés is becsúszhat. Meglátjuk, hogy ez összejönne, illetve a jóslatok beválnak-e. jelentősebb formaváltás az Apple házatáján, tehát most már itt az idő, hogy valami igazán nagyot virítsanak, és én úgy gondolom, az én szubjektív véleményem csak, hogy ez a telefon egy igazán jól sikerült készülék, hiszen mind a mai napig megállja a helyét, kiválóan erős is, és az iOS 10.3.3-as szoftverrel pedig igazán jól teszi a dolgát. Nyilván olvasni lehet fórumokon, Facebook csoportokban és egyéb helyeken, hogy kezd röccenni, kezd lassulni, kezdenek bugok megjelenni, de szerintem az összeesküvés elmélet, hogy azért lenne ez, hogy az Apple rákényszerítse a felhasználókat arra, hogy új telefont vegyenek, és direkt lassítja be a készülékeket. Én ezt avval tudom csak magyarázni, hogy az előző iPad-em egy iPad Air volt, és közel 4 évig tökéletesen működött. Az iOS 11 beta 2 alatt kezdett el, úgy mondom, hogy picit szaggatni, akadozni, nehezebben dolgozni, de mindezek ellenére szerintem kiváló kis gép. Azon már ugye a multitasking funkciók nem voltak elérhetők, csak az iPad Air 2-től fölfelé, viszont ez az iPad Pro ugye a maga 120 Hz-es kijelzőjével, mondom 120 Hz, és kíváncsi leszek, hogy az Apple iPhone X megkapja ugyanezt a technológiát, hiszen hihetetlen élmény ezen olvasni, szöveget írni, dolgozni, abszolút kiváló a visszajelzése a kijelzőnek, magukkal visznek, és már kezdődik is. Még csak a nagy sötétség, de reméljük, hogy hamarosan láthatunk valami izgalmasat.
There's lots of ways to be as a person. And some people express their deep appreciation in different ways. But one of the ways that I believe people express their appreciation to the rest of humanity is to make something wonderful and put it out there. And you never meet the people, you never shake their hands, you never hear their story or tell yours, but somehow in the act of making something with a great deal of care and love, something's transmitted there. And it's a way of expressing to the rest of our species our deep appreciation. So we need to be true to who we are and remember what's really important to us. That's what's going to keep Apple, Apple, is if we keep us, us.
Steve Jobs szavait hallhattuk. Tim Cook a színpadon.
Thank you. I love hearing his voice and his inspiring message. And it was only fitting that Steve should open his theater. Thank you. It is the honor of a lifetime to be the first to welcome you to the Steve Jobs Theater. Steve meant so much to me and so much to all of us. There's not a day that goes by that we don't think about him. Memories have especially come rushing back as we prepared for today and this event. It's taken some time, but we can now reflect on him with joy instead of sadness. Steve's spirit and timeless philosophy on life will always be the DNA of Apple. His greatest gift, his greatest expression of his appreciation for humanity would not be a singular product, but rather it would be Apple itself. We dedicate this theater to Steve because we loved him and because he loved days like this, where he could share our latest new products and new ideas with the world. And we do so not only to pay tribute to Steve, but to inspire the next generation of creators and innovators. Steve was a genius, and one of the many ways that he showed that was in his uncanny ability to unlock the talent of everybody that he worked with. He thought deeply about our workplace and its surroundings, and he believed that they should inspire talented people to do their best work. So over a decade ago, he began to work on a new campus for Apple. His vision for Apple Park was to create an incredible workplace of the future where engineers and designers could all be together, collaborating on the next generations of Apple product to change the world. Steve's vision and passion live on here at Apple Park and everywhere in Apple. Today and always, we honor him.
Igazán megható beszédet mondott Tim Cook Steve Jobsról.
We're here today to talk about some incredible products. But before we get to that, I'd like to take a moment to talk about what's happening in Florida and Texas, southeastern United States, and across the Caribbean. Our hearts go out to all of the people whose lives have been disrupted by Hurricanes Irma and Hurricane Harvey. You're in our thoughts. We send you our strength. You are in our prayers. Apple is working closely with relief and recovery efforts through Hand in Hand and the American Red Cross. And in addition to Apple's direct contributions, we're making it really simple for the entire Apple community to donate via iTunes and the App Store. The Hand in Hand benefit for hurricane relief airs tonight on all of the major broadcast networks, and I encourage you to watch it. And however you choose to give, I hope that you open your heart to this important effort. Thank you.
Kéz a kézben együtt. Szép gondolat.
Now, let me tell you a little bit about our new home. We'll start moving in Apple Park later this year. But of course, such a large move is really more of a process. And the first big step is the opening today of the Steve Jobs Theater. It's the most state-of-the-art, purpose-built theater ever, built for events just like this one. Apple Park has been built to reflect Apple's values for both technology and the environment. It connects extraordinarily advanced buildings with a rolling parkland to form an open and inspiring environment for our teams to create and collaborate. The park itself was converted from a sea of asphalt into a 175-acre green space with over 9,000 trees. Apple Park is designed to be seamless with nature. It's open, transparent. It brings the outside in and connects everyone to the beautiful California landscape. It's powered by 100% renewable energy. Thank you. And in fact, we have one of the world's largest on-site solar installations right here. And just like everything we make, Apple Park has been designed with extraordinary attention to detail, incredible precision, and really beautiful materials. We've got a great visitor center, which will be open later this year, where we will welcome everyone. And inside the visitor center, you'll find an incredible augmented reality experience where you can learn more about Apple Park, its design, and its innovations. You'll also find a fantastic new Apple retail store. As you know, Apple Retail has always been about more than selling. It's about learning, inspiring, and connecting with people. Now, our stores are also the best place to go discover, explore, and experience our new products. So before we get to some incredible products, we'd like to give you an update on retail. And to do that, I'd like to invite Angela up. Angela?
Thank you. Good morning.
Egy újabb szereplő a színpadon.
It's great to be here.
aki bemutatja a
And I
retail
love the
store-okról
fact
adott
that the
információt.
same team that designs Apple Park also designs our largest retail stores around the world. But it's funny, because we actually don't call them stores anymore. We call them town squares, because they're gathering places for 500 million people who visit us every year. Places where everyone's welcome and where all of Apple comes together. But what really brings it all to life, as Tim said, are our incredible teams. We've always said that our people are our soul, and they're Apple's greatest differentiator because they bring personal connection to communities all over the world. They humanize technology. But along with our amazing teams, our commitment to design also sets us apart. To make things simple, beautiful. And that's why we think of Apple Retail as Apple's largest products. And like all of our products, we've designed new features to take the customer experience even further. In our largest cities where we can, we create a plaza, a space open to everyone. Come in and relax, meet up with friends, or just listen to a local artist on the weekends. Inside, we've designed a forum, a place for customers to come and create, collaborate, or just connect again with one another. For local entrepreneurs and app developers, we have a quieter space in the larger stores called a boardroom, where they can learn more from our teams or, again, share with each other. And the Genius Grove, a redesigned, more relaxed service experience now in the heart of our largest stores. And lastly, the avenues. Kind of like shop windows around a town square. They're carefully curated, and they change seasonally to always feature our newest products and services. And this summer, to turn on these new features, we've launched Today at Apple, our in-store experience designed to inspire customers to go even further with their passions. We started with things that are core to Apple's DNA, things people most use their devices for, and they trust us to teach them, like photography, music, gaming, and app development. We've created new programs like photo walks, where customers can perfect their photography skills with features like portrait mode and memories. And we do all of this in a really fun social way by taking them out to the neighborhood to explore with each other. Or Swift Playgrounds, where the next generation app developers can begin to learn the basics of coding. And one of my personal favorites, Teachers Tuesdays, where our teams help local educators stay updated on the newest technologies and apps. In some of our larger stores, sessions are led by local artists, like this music lab called The Art of Beatmaking with RZA and the Rolly team in Brooklyn. These sessions in all stores are led by our creative team and a new position we call a creative pro. So the creative pro is now to liberal arts as the genius has always been to technology. And I would love to show a quick video to show you how Today at Apple is coming to life.
Welcome to Today at Apple.
Today at Apple, we're going to be learning about coding.
Today at Apple, we're going to be talking with a very talented illustrator.
Today at Apple, we're learning about photography.
You have tons of good ideas in your head, so it's like, oh, I like that. I'm going to explore that some more.
When you do something for the first time, you have to be completely fearless.
We've just started. We've just started, but the feedback has been fantastic. Customers are telling us they love the role that Apple Retail is playing in their community. So what's next? Well, we're going to continue to open Apple Town Squares in the top cities around the world. We're going to invest in online, and we're also going to continue to reinvest in our 400 classic locations including Apple Fifth Avenue in New York City, where we're opening up the plaza to allow natural sunlight to come in into a greatly expanded space below. And you can see the glass cube will return when reopened late next year. And in Paris, we're restoring an entire historic building on the iconic Champs-Élysées. We're turning a 5-story atrium into our largest forum. Early next year, we're transforming a theater beneath Piazza Liberty into a modern-day town square for Milan. Just imagine movie night there next summer. And we've recently announced an ambitious project to restore Carnegie Library in the heart of our nation's capital. We can't think of a better place for Today at Apple programs than a building originally created for the city to access knowledge and unlock their potential. And I'm thrilled to personally announce the opening of our newest flagship store in the heart of the Midwest, Apple Michigan Avenue in Chicago on October 20th. Our team has designed a spectacular pavilion that seamlessly connects the plaza to the promenade as a part of the city's plan to transform the Chicago riverfront. So that's a brief highlight of just a couple of things we've been working on. And as Tim said, Apple's retail purpose has always been to enrich lives. So a huge thank you to the 65,000 Apple retail employees around the world whose passion, energy, and commitment in serving all of us every day and ensuring all of Apple comes together. It's brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Angela. I am really excited. I'm really excited about all the incredible things going on in retail, but I am especially proud of our unbelievable retail team. It's the best place to go experience our new products. And so let's get going on telling you about what we're going to launch today, beginning with Apple Watch. Apple Watch was designed to help people stay active, motivated, and connected so that they could live a better day. And I'm happy to tell you that more people are doing that than ever before. Since the launch of the Series 2,
Érdekes, hogy az Apple Watch-sal kezdenek így elsőre, hiszen az ember azt hinné, hogy az iOS 11-et adják
Apple
be.
Watch grew over 50%
compared to the previous year. This is incredible. Now, last year, we told you that the Apple Watch had already become the #2 watch in the world. Today, I'm thrilled to tell you the Apple Watch is now the #1 watch in the world. But what's most rewarding to us is how much our users love it. We have an industry-leading customer satisfaction rate of 97%. This is blow away. Now, people write to us all the time and tell us how the Apple Watch is helping them lead a healthier life. These stories are unbelievable, and we prepared a video so that you could hear
Most
directly
visszakapcsoltam
from
a
them
hangomat, hogy ti is
what they're telling
halljátok.
us. I'd love to play it for you.
Nézzük a kis bemutató videót, amit az Apple Watch-ral készítettek.
Querida Apple.
Привет, Apple.
Kedves Apple. Hello, Apple.
尊敬的 Apple 公司。
Hello, Mr. Cook.
Вам пишет киборг из России.
I know you may never read this, but I just wanted to put it out there.
I live in Massachusetts.
I'm a country boy from small town Mississippi.
I'm a two-time Olympian.
Eu sou bailarino.
我是一个盲人跑者。
I'm the father of a 9-year-old.
I am a 99-year-old world traveler.
Every day for the last 2.5 years, I have worn this tiny computer on my wrist.
This is the first time I've worn a watch since my bar mitzvah. I was a scrawny, sports-hating kid who never really liked being active.
I was coming back from a knee surgery.
While I was never fat,
A
I
teljes
was the proud owner of a
képernyősmódot
dad
azért
bod.
kapcsoltam ki itt a nézőknek ezen, mert nem tudok az ablakok között váltogatni, illetve nem látom, hogy párhuzamba van a két dolog.
If it's 5 minutes
Majd
to
erre egy
midnight, I'll do
következő
push-ups in my
streamben
bedroom. I'll
megoldást
take the
tudok
dog out for a
találni.
really quick walk around the block.
I walk around the house and my family thinks I'm a little crazy.
I dutifully oblige when the Apple Watch reminds me to stand up every hour.
С Apple Watch я становлюсь лучшей версией себя.
I ran my first Spartan race in December and ran a full marathon in February. Agora eu consigo checar em como meu corpo está respondendo a múltiplos ensaios.
至今 ，Apple Watch 在我跑步时给了我很多的帮助与支持。
Dear Mr. Cook, our daughter was recently diagnosed with type 1 diabetes.
My car rolled over 3 times and my phone landed far out of my reach. Once I collected my thoughts, I remembered my Apple Watch had the SOS feature.
After being rushed to the emergency room, I was diagnosed with a condition that was causing my liver, kidneys, and heart to start shutting down.
The integration of her glucose monitor with the Apple Watch lets us make sure her blood sugars don't go to dangerously low levels.
For 6 minutes, I hung there in my car talking to a dispatcher until help arrived.
Had I not been wearing my Apple Watch, I never would have sought medical attention, which in turn saved my life. Sincerely, Paul.
Thank you so much for creating something that does not make me feel old.
Thanks for listening. Avi.
Sincerely, Stuart.
祝维华敬上。
All the best, Kara.
Sincerely,
Jill.
Casey.
С благодарностью, Дмитрий.
Muito obrigado, Giovanni.
Jó kis videóra sikerült, tetszett. Tapsúra van a nézőközönség között, és ott van Wozniak.
Those stories are so moving, and there's really no words to describe what it feels like to receive these notes. I'd like to thank everybody in the video for sharing their personal experience with all of us. Now, we have some great news about the future of Apple Watch, and to share it with you, I'd like to invite Jeff up. Jeff?
Nagyszerű hírek vannak ezekről a csövőről, de na nézzük. Jeff a színpadon.
Thanks, Tim. Those stories are really great, and it's really inspiring to us that so many people are getting healthier with Apple Watch. And with watchOS 4, they're going to be able to do even more. We're adding smart activity coaching, which is going to help more people close more rings more often. A completely redesigned workout app with high-intensity interval training, new features for swimmers like auto sets and gym kit, an industry first. It's really simple. You just tap your watch on a machine, get going, and all your metrics are in sync. One of the things that enables these fitness features is the Apple heart rate sensor. And it's been at the core of Apple Watch since the very beginning. And today, it's the most used heart rate monitor in the world. And we want to use it to help even more people. So we're doing 3 things. First, we're making enhancements to the heart rate app to give you more information. Now, you'll see your heart rate right on the watch face, so you can keep an eye on it with just a raise of the wrist. And when you launch the heart rate app, you'll see new measurements, like resting heart rate. Apple Watch calculates this daily by correlating background heart rate readings with accelerometer data, and recovery heart rate, which tells you how quickly your heart rate drops after workout. A lower resting heart rate and a quicker recovery rate can be signs of improved fitness. And now you can keep a better picture of your heart rate. You'll have a better picture throughout the day. The second thing we're doing is inspired by many of the letters we receive from customers who notice an unusually high heart rate when they wouldn't expect one. So Apple Watch has been helpful for them, but we realize most people won't notice. So we're adding a feature. And now Apple Watch will notify you when it detects an elevated heart rate and you don't appear to be active. And the third thing we're doing is focused on heart rhythm. A regular heart rhythm has a familiar pattern, but when your heart beats irregularly, it's called an arrhythmia. It doesn't mean it's beating too fast or too slow, it just means it's beating out of its normal rhythm. And that can cause problems. The most common form of serious arrhythmia is called atrial fibrillation, or AFib, and it affects tens of millions of people and is a leading cause of stroke. But the challenge is, many people with AFib don't feel symptoms, so it often goes undiagnosed. We've been looking at this for a couple of years, and we think Apple Watch can help. In our initial studies, Apple Watch has been effective at surfacing irregular rhythms. So we're expanding that work, and today we're announcing the Apple Heart Study.
Elég nagy hangsúlyt fognak fektetni a szív működésre, tehát a szívritmus, a pulzus figyelésére, és az óra figyelmeztetni fog, hogyha kiugróan magas értékeket észlel a szívműködésünkbe.
So later this year, the first phase of the Apple Heart Study will be available in the US on the App Store. Those are the updates focused on fitness and health, and they join the other great features of watchOS 4. We have a completely redesigned music experience, an intelligent Siri face, fun new characters from Toy Story, and more. So that's watchOS 4. It will be available to all Apple Watch customers on September 19th.
Szeptember 19-től lesz elérhető a watchOS 4, ami azt jelenti, hogy jövő héten válik elérhetővé, csak én azt hittem, hogy már héten. Hoppá, izgalmas! Új Apple Watch generáció. Videóval prezentálva. Most jól láttam, hogy design változás. Nézzük csak, ez izgalmas. Lehet, hogy a hangot kicsit furcsán halljátok, de a hangszóróból is szól, és azt veszi. Persze a dizájnjátok. Szögletes maradt. Beigazolódott a piros Digital Crown. Apple Watch Series 3. Na de mi lesz ebben az új?
Introducing Apple Watch Series 3, and it has cellular built in.
A pletykák igazak, LTE támogatást kapott az Apple Watch Series 3. Valószínűleg akkor a Series 1-et ki is vezetik majd a kínálatból.
This has been our vision from the very beginning, and we believe built-in cellular makes Series 3 the ultimate expression of Apple Watch. Now you can go for a run with just your watch and still be connected. You can leave your phone when you go to the beach or just run a quick errand. And it's really nice to know you can be reached if needed while staying in the moment. You can receive an important call with just your watch, and the number is the same number as your iPhone. You don't have to manage a separate number. The apps you rely on, like Messages, just work, and Siri's at your beck and call anytime, anywhere. You can use maps and get directions, and the location for Find My Friend automatically switches to your watch when you're away from your phone. And third-party apps like WeChat work over cellular as well. And coming next month, cellular the way we listen to music. Because with Apple Watch Series 3 and Apple Music, you can stream 40 million songs on your wrist.
Apple Music támogatást kap az óra. Végre nem kell áttöltögetni rá a zenéket, és így közel 40 millió zeneszámot tudunk streamelni az órán keresztül.
You can listen to Beats One Live or any Apple Radio music station. You can even ask Siri to find you the perfect track. Now, the best device for staying active has all the music you need to stay motivated. To enable these features, on Apple Watch, we have packed Series 3 with the most advanced technologies ever in a watch. Inside is a new dual-core processor delivering up to 70% more performance. It's really, really fast.
Dual-core
Siri
processzor,
is
igen,
quicker than ever,
70%-kal nagyobb
and thanks to the new
teljesítménynél,
processor, for the first time
Siri
on Apple
gyorsabb.
Watch, Siri can talk.
The
It's
first
64
time.
degrees right now in South Lake Tahoe.
It's really convenient to not have to look at the screen when you ask it a question.
Érdekes.
For
Kíváncsi
Bluetooth and
leszek
Wi-Fi
életben, ez milyen
connectivity, we
lesz.
developed a custom wireless chip we call W2. There's nothing else like it. It delivers up to 85% faster Wi-Fi while being 50% more power efficient for both Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. And we've added a barometric altimeter. So now you get flights of stairs climbed and elevation gains after a workout. We're also releasing an app for developers that's going to be great for skiing and snowboarding apps. Of course, got a snowboarder out there. Of course, the biggest challenge of all was adding cellular. You see, our little watch is already packed, and you have to add antennas, radios, power
Ahogy az
amplifiers,
iOS
SIM
11
cards.
elérhetővé
And if you
válik,
don't do it right, it
természetesen
gets so
lesznek
big, it looks like a
bemutató
house arrest
videók,
bracelet,
ha
and you're not going to want
tehát
to wear
végig
it.
fogom venni
So
videósorozatban
our engineers
az
have been
iOS
hard at
11
work,
legfontosabb újdonságait.
and they've come up with some really creative
Majd érdemes
solutions.
lesz
For
figyelni a
example,
csatornát ez ügyben.
rather than add an antenna,
Illetve remélem,
the
hogy a
display
WatchOS
itself
4-re,
is the
illetve az
multi-frequency
Apple
antenna for
Watch
both
Series
LTE
3-at
and
is
UMTS.
be tudom szerezni majd
And of course you have to have a
egy
SIM
jó
card, but even a
konstrukcióba,
nano SIM
és akkor
would
azt
be
is be
way
tudom
too
mutatni
big.
nektek.
So instead, we integrated an electronic SIM, and it's a fraction of the size. So here's where we ended up. Even with all these new features, faster dual-core processor, W2, altimeter, all the stuff you've got to put in for cellular, the case for Series 3 is the same size as Series 2.
A Series 2-vel megegyező méret, tehát nem változott sem a szélesség, sem a magasság, sem a vastagsága. Most már sokan fogják mondani, hogy ugyanolyan krumpli óra maradt, mint az elődje, de hát ez ízlés kérdése. Én vártam volna egy kerek változatot is.
And I'd like to do that for you right now. I'm going to switch watches so you guys can see what's going on.
Az órán keresztül az RTL támogatás miatt már indíthatunk új hívást, hogy nincs ott a telefonunk. Ez érdekes variáció. Kíváncsi leszek, hogy a telefonszámot hogyan fogja kezelni. Hogy ugyanaz a szám lesz áttükrözve az eSIM-re, vagy pedig külön eSIM-et fog kapni.
Hi, Jeff.
Hi, Deidre. Hey, I'm calling you from the new Steve Jobs Theater. How are you doing?
I'm a little sad to be missing the keynote, but I'm working very hard out here.
Oh, yeah, sure you are. Why don't we pull in some video and show everybody where you are?
Ezt én is el tudnám viselni ott a tó közepén szörfdeszkán.
You know me. I'm a team player.
Igen.
Yeah, that's you, Deidre. Give. Well, it looks beautiful out there.
It is amazing, but I'm just trying not to fall off this board in front of a million people.
Well, so far so good, Deidre. Hey, I should probably cut it off before something goes awry, but be safe out there, and thanks for doing this.
My pleasure. I may stay here a few more days.
Yeah, okay. That sounds great, Deidre.
Minek vette le a karórát az övét? Érdekes kérdés.
I'm going to go rogue for a minute. You guys get it, but sometimes people take technology for granted. And just for perspective, I'm mic'd, and in fact, I'm actually double mic'd in just the right location so you can hear me. Deidre's out in the middle of a windy lake, and the only microphone on Deidre is the little tiny one on the Apple Watch. It's a foot or two away from her mouth. She's paddling, and the signal's being sent over cellular coming in, and that's just darn close to magic. Who would have thought? Series 3 comes in a wide variety of cases and bands. We have a beautiful new gold aluminum finish along with silver and space gray. And we're excited to introduce a new band we call the Sport Loop. It's designed for an active lifestyle and it's light, stretchy, and breathable. For Apple Watch Nike Plus, we have exclusive new colors. And they're releasing a new version of their Nike Plus Run Club app with great new features like in-run audio coaching. And we have some wonderful colors across all of our bands that you just have to see in person. We have a great partnership with Hermes, and the tradition continues this year with some new watch face styles, some beautiful new bands like the one on the left that's inspired by the classic Hermes driving glove. And last year we introduced a white ceramic watch. This year we're adding a ceramic watch in a gorgeous gray finish. All of these watches were built with a great deal of care as well as a concern for the environment, and they're free of these harmful
materials. Ha csak 100 000 lenne, akkor szerintem kapkodnak. 149-től vagy 139-től fog indulni. Hasonlóan a Series 2-höz szerintem. Vagy még följebb.
All the features of watchOS 4, and it still has all-day battery life up to 18 hours across a mix of LTE, Bluetooth, and Wi-Fi. We have two versions of Series 3. There's one with cellular at $399 and a version without cellular that has all the other great features at just $329. And we're going to keep Series 1 in the line at a new starting price of $249.
Egész baráti áron. A Series 1-et megtartják. De ki akar Series 1-et venni, hogyha már a Series 2-ben benne volt a GPS? Természetesen az első körben nincs benne Magyarország. Amerika, Kanada, Ausztrália, Kína. Akkor második körösek leszünk valószínűleg. Sőt, Hongkong, köszönjük, Emese. Kína, Dánia. Na, 15. Aha, pénteken indul a rendelése, és szeptember 22-től válik elérhetővé a Apple Watch Series 3, azaz a 3-as szériás Apple Watch LTE támogatással. Na, ez egy izgalmas kérdés lesz. Tim Cook visszatért a színpadra közben. Ti hogyan vélekedtek itt a Series 3-ról? Instant get, ahogy András mondaná, vagy csak úgy elmegy ez a frissítés?
We've made a great ad showing just that. I'd love to play it for you.
Valami nagyon izgalmas történik. AirPods? Ja. Az órád demózzák. Apple Watch és az AirPods együttműködését.
This is a big moment for Apple Watch, and we think you are going to love it. Next up, I'd like to turn your attention to Apple TV.
Fogadok, hogy a legvégén lesz az iPhone. Most az Apple TV-t hozzák be, ugye amiről kiderült, hogy 4K támogatást fog kapni, HDR funkcióval, tehát már 4K-s tartalmak is meg tudnak jelenni a tévéken, már amennyiben rendelkezünk 4K-s televízióval. Nekem személy szerint egy Full HD-s LG tévén van, tehát ez engem annyira nem izgat.
Discover and interact with your TV content. We're really proud of the efforts we've made to improve the TV experience. Now, throughout the history of TV, there's been a few key inflection points that have changed the way we experience television. It, of course, all began with black and white, and it was first transformed with the introduction of color. It took a huge step forward with the advent of HD. Each stage brought with it a more true-to-life experience, a more immersive experience. Now, we're at the next major inflection point, one that has the most stunning visuals ever, that are ideal for the large TV screens that are coming into our living rooms. This will bring cinematic quality to virtually everything that you watch. That's why I am so excited to introduce Apple TV 4K.
Az Apple Watch-nak egyetlen előnye van, hogy az értesítéseket meg tudod nézni rajta, anélkül, hogy elővennéd a telefonodat, és számos egészségügyi funkciója van. Mivel én nem futok, nem sportolok, így a fitness részét biztosan nem tudnám kihasználni, de érdekes lenne megnézni, hogy egy navigációt, vagy egy olyan alkalmazást, ami Apple Watch-ra van optimalizálva, mennyire lehet napi szinten használni. Tamás, Doba, te hogyan használnád ki éppenséggel a Apple Watch-ot, vagy mi az, ami legfőképpen használnád?
There's an even bigger advancement that's more important, and it's called High Dynamic Range, or HDR. While 4K is about the number of pixels,
közben megkapta a HDR támogatást az Apple TV 4K, tehát a pletykák megint beigazolódtak.
Look at the color, the details. Apple TV can do this because it supports the industry standard HDR10 as well as Dolby Vision, the best HDR experience. Now, Apple TV 4K with HDR delivers the highest picture quality ever. And to show you, we've installed a state-of-the-art Dolby 4K HDR cinema projector in the theater. So let's dim the lights and let me show you the new Apple TV. Now, we've remastered our screensavers. Our customers love these to take full advantage of 4K HDR. Here we are in Dubai, and even at night, you can see incredible details in the buildings and the cars on the road. Now, here's a city shot that really shows off the crispness and sharpness that's possible in the new Apple TV.
A 4K-s felbontással biztos, hogy hihetetlen részletek jelennek meg. Kíváncsi lennék, hogy a Steve Jobs Seattle filmvásznál hogyan jelentek meg ezek a képek. Gondolom ez a városi kép, ez egy alapértelmezett screensaver lesz, vagyis képernyővédő.
Oh, nice. We can hit like 5 more places tonight.
What's up, guys? You forget your PIN number?
Whoa, you're the Avengers! What are you guys doing here? Thor, Hulk, good to finally meet you guys. Oh, you'd be more handsome in person. Iron Man! Hey, what are you doing robbing a bank? You're a billionaire. Hey! This feels so weird! Whoa, what is that thing. I'm starting to think you're not the Avengers.
Now that was great, and that was all playing on the new Apple TV 4K. Now, at the heart of the Apple TV, we've got the powerful A10X Fusion chip. This is the same chip that's in our iPad Pro. And the new Apple TV isn't just slightly faster, it's remarkably faster. CPU performance is more than twice as fast as the current Apple TV, and graphics are more than 4 times faster. And of course, it runs the latest version of tvOS, the best operating system for the living room. Now, to experience 4K with HDR, you also need great content. We've been working with the large Hollywood studios to bring all of their 4K and HDR
Warner
movie
Bros,
titles to
Sony
iTunes.
Pictures, Universal
So
Music,
now you'll have the biggest releases
Paramount.
and the best picture quality, all on iTunes,
Jó kis
all available for
filmkínálatok
the same
lesznek.
price as HD. And if you bought one of those movies in HD from iTunes, we're going to automatically upgrade them to 4K HDR at no additional charge. Now, in
Ez
addition
jó,
to
ha
iTunes, we've
megveszünk
been
egy
working with
movit
leading
Full
streaming
HD-ba,
providers
vagy
like
bármilyen
Netflix to bring their
felbontásba
4K
ingyenesen
HDR
megkapjuk a
titles
4K
to Apple
változatot.
TV.
Ez
And
mondjuk
later this year, Amazon
vevőcsalogató
Prime
lehet,
Video
bár nem
with all
tudom,
of
hogy a
their 4K
mindennapok
HDR
során
titles and
hányan
originals
fognak 4K-t
as well.
nézni. Lehet, hogy
Now,
a
last
tengeren
year, we
túlon azért
introduced the Apple TV
elterjedtebbek a
app,
4K
an easy way to
televíziók.
watch your favorite movies and TV shows in a single place. It's been available in the US, and today I'm happy to announce that we're bringing it to 7 additional countries: Canada and Australia later this month, and the rest by the end of the year. Now, for each country, it's really important that we have the content that those customers know and love, and that's why we're adding all of these local services to Apple TV. Now, later this year, Apple TV will do even more because we're bringing live sports, so you'll never miss a game. If you're a huge sports fan like I am, you're really going to love this feature. If your favorite team is playing on ESPN, it'll automatically appear right first in
Az
the up
élő
next list.
sportközvetítéseket eddig
You'll
is
even get
lehetett nézni az
notifications when a game's about to
ESPN-ekkel,
start,
vagy
or if there's a
bármelyik
close game, so you
Eurosport
can
appel,
start
tehát arról
watching
nem
instantly.
maradt le senki.
And if you scroll up, you'll
Így
see
azért
even more
kíváncsi
games.
leszek, bár
And in
mondjuk az
addition, we're
Apple
bringing
kihozott
live news to the
múltkor egy
TV app.
TV applikációt
Now let's take a look at those games. As you
2016-ban,
can see, we
hogy
show
akkor
you the
azt most
score and the time
dobják a
remaining to help you
kukába a
decide
4K
which game to watch.
Apple TV-vel.
And if you're one of these people that doesn't like to know the score, you can turn the feature off. Now, we also have a dedicated sports tab where you can see every live and upcoming game. And as the seasons change, so will the sports tab, always showing what's best for you. Now, sports in the TV app is a real game changer for sports fans. And of course, the new TV app is available on your iPhone and iPad as well. Now, if you own an iPad or iPhone, there's no better choice than Apple TV. You can now share your photos on the big screen, including live photo effects, 4K video memories. You can play from the over 40 million songs in Apple Music, including the music that your friends are listening to. And because Apple TV is always home, you get anywhere, anytime access to all of your HomeKit accessories. And of course, you've got access to choose from the thousands of games and apps on the App Store. And with the A10X Fusion chip, there's so much more that Apple TV can do. And to see what's possible, we'd love to show you a new game from that game company. They're known for making artistic and critically acclaimed games. As a matter of fact, their first game, called Flower, was chosen as the first video game ever to be in the permanent collection in the Smithsonian, which is very, very cool. So with that, I would love to welcome their CEO, Genova Chen.
Thanks, Eddie.
A szokásos játékdemózás azért nem maradhat ki a keynote-ról. Genova Chen a színpadon. Nézzük, hogy milyen játék lesz ez, amit 4K felbontásban fogunk tudni élvezni szerintem.
And that's exactly what we are going to do with our new game, Sky. Together with me is my colleague Mike. And Mike, why don't we take off? Sky is a romantic social adventure game where you fly above the clouds to explore the wonders of a mysterious world. The game is designed to be adaptable to the most casual players. The control is simple and intuitive. Everything can be done with one finger on the Siri remote. Oh, hey, that's Mike's friend Jeff, and he's asking us to follow him. Let's see what he has discovered. Compassion and generosity are key to unveil hidden areas of the world, as well as growing your character. So by lighting all the candles, Jeff and Mike was able to summon the spirit. And he's about to teach Mike the knowledge of how to summon a magical creature. In Sky, we really take advantage of the powerful new hardware. With Metal 2 and Apple TV's 810X Fusion chip, we are able to run the game smoothly even with these detailed clouds, intelligent creatures, and up to 8 players from anywhere around the world. And let's see if we can draft off one of these creatures. We don't have time to show you everything, so we're going to skip forward to the dark temple ahead. Light and dark are important themes of the game. In Sky, you play as the children of light, and your goal is to bring that light to where it is needed the most. With the light, Mike was able to free all the butterflies, and together they can move on to the next part of the adventure. With a live orchestral soundtrack and cinematic experiences, you can expect to be immersed in an ever-expanding world. So, join hands with your loved ones and play Sky exclusively on Apple TV, iPad, and iPhone this winter. Thank you.
iPad-re is ki fog jönni ez a játék, úgyhogy ki fogom próbálni. Kérdés, hogy milyen lesz. Nyilván nem lesz 4K felbontás, de érdekes játéknak ígérkezik. Nem tudom, hogy a távirányítóval mennyire lehet jó játékot irányítani. Érdekes lesz.
And movies, all in the TV app. And the perfect big screen companion for your iPhone or iPad. The new Apple TV 4K starts at $179. It joins the existing one. You can order it starting on September 15th, and it ships just a week later. That is the new Apple TV 4K. Thank you, and I'd like to turn it back to Tim.
Tim Cook újra a színpadon. Most vagy iOS 11 lesz, vagy iPhone. Én inkább az utóbbira tippelnék. Meglátjuk.
Next up.
Na?
iPhone.
Igen. iPhone, végre. Na lássuk. Akkor végére hagyják az iOS 11-et.
That technology infused with humanity could improve people's lives and change the world. No other device in our lifetimes have had the impact on the world that the iPhone has. Nothing else
Nagyon kíváncsi leszek, hogy mit fognak demózni az iPhone-nal kapcsolatban. A sok pletykagyáros majd most dörzsölheti a markát, hogy beválnak-e.
Our intention with the iPhone has always been to create something so powerful.
Közben nézem a csetet, és jót mosolygok, hogy írjátok, hogy kirázott titeket a hideg. Most nem tudom, hogy tőlem, vagy Tim Cooktól. Azért szeretnék választ kapni, ha lehetséges.
The first iPhone forever changed how we interact with technology by introducing multi-touch. For the first time, you were actually touching the software instead of buttons. It was magical. The App Store changed the way we work, play, learn, communicate,
Tamás, a remény hal
spawning
meg
new companies
utoljára,
and new
szokták
industries along
mondani.
the way.
Ez Sándori Tamás
We took the
nézőnek
viewing
üzenem.
experience to places literally never seen before with technologies like the Retina display. We changed the way people communicate with features like iMessage and FaceTime that allowed us all to connect in more meaningful ways. And with Siri, we used artificial intelligence to make our voices more powerful. iPhone even revolutionized security and privacy with Touch ID and our wallets with Apple Pay. And of course, iPhone put amazing, easy-to-use cameras into our hands, becoming the most popular way to capture the images of our lives. Over the past decade, we've pushed forward with innovation after innovation after innovation, bringing us to this moment, when now we can create devices that are far more intelligent, far more capable, far more personal than ever before. We have huge iPhone news for you today.
Mit jelent az, hogyha a bal szemem viszket? Tehát legyetek szívesek, adjatok választ a kérdésemre. És most csöndben maradok, mert videó jön. Touch ID-t láttam. Jól láttam? Vízszintes dupla kamera, akkor ez a 8 lesz. Nem az X.
iPhone 8.
Hát nem valami kitörő tapsvihar van.
iPhone 8. This is a huge step forward.
Szerintem senki nem erre számított.
I'd like to invite Phil to the stage. Phil?
Lehet, hogy hiába volt az iPhone X felmutatva.
Well, good morning, everyone. I am so excited to tell you all about the new iPhone 8 and the new iPhone 8 Plus. These are a new generation of iPhone, and they improve on everything we love about iPhone. The design is all new. It has glass in both the front and the back. The aluminum band beautifully matches the finish of each iPhone 8. It comes in silver, space gray, and a beautiful new gold finish.
Még nem derült ki semmi. Egyenlőre még csak az iPhone 8-at promotálják. Szerintem ez csak a behetetés, a végére hagyják a nagyot.
And the glass is further reinforced by an internal laser-welded steel and copper structure. And we're so excited because this glass is the most durable ever in a smartphone. iPhone 8 and 8 Plus is also microscopically sealed for water and dust resistance. And they have a new Retina HD display in each model. There's a 4.7-inch Retina display in iPhone 8 and a 5.5-inch in iPhone 8 Plus.
Gyerekek, ez megegyezik teljesen a 7-es verzióval, tehát a 7-es 7 Plus, csak most 8-nak hívják, a Retina display-jel. Egyenlőre még nem estem hanyat semmitől. Az a drágábbtok, az még egy dolog, bár mondjuk az iPhone 4-es se karcolódott annyira szerintem. Solid Touch, az megmaradt, ott a Touch ID, a stereo speaker benne van. Szerintem ez nettó beetetés, tehát kihoztak egy iPhone 8 telefont, hogy legyen mit mutogatni, meg kitölteni a keynote-ot, de én azért többet várok. A11-es csippel, na ennek a performance-a mi lesz? Én ez kerül bele a iPhone X-be is. Most powerful, ezt minden évben elmondják.
We're going to geek out here
magos.
for a bit because it is so awesome. It has 2 high-performance cores. They're 25%
Beigazolódott
faster
2
than the
nagy
high-performance
teljesítményű
cores in the
mag
previous
és 4
industry-leading
alacsony
A10
fogyasztású
chip.
mag.
There's 4 high-efficiency cores. They're up to 70% faster than the ones in the
Második
A10 chip.
generációs
They're managed by our
ekvátor
second generation
tervezett
performance controller that now can use all 6
70%-kal
cores at
gyorsabb,
once.
mint
It
az
can deliver up to
A10.
70% improvement
Az
in
A10 az az
multi-threaded
iPhone
workloads.
7-be debütált.
And they have our first ever Apple design graphics processing unit, or GPU. This is a 3-core design. It's 30% faster than the graphics in the previous A10. The GPU is designed to accelerate 3D apps and games, especially those that use our new Metal 2 framework. And the GPU also is incredible for machine learning apps. And those kind of tasks get a big speed up if they use our core machine learning framework too. There's more to it. The A11 Bionic includes our first new generation image signal processor, or ISP. So you know this is
Olyan élvezettel tud beszélni egy picikét felspirázott telefonról, mint hogyha most találták volna fel az iPhone-t. Jó, kíváncsi leszek azért. Pixel processing, aha.
All this helps to improve performance and helps us take better pictures. Perhaps the most beloved feature of every generation of iPhone is the cameras. And people love
Persze a dupla kamera még mindig csak a plusz változathoz érhető majd el. De kidobáltak egy csomó szint, láttátok? Nincs rose gold, meg ilyenek.
It is an all-new 12 megapixel sensor. It's larger and faster. It provides 83% more light,
12 megapixeles kamera,
it provides more, it's more
új
power
colorfilter, hát köszönöm szépen, ez benne van az iPad Pro-ba körülbelül, de az iPad Pro-ba most az iPhone 7-nek a képstabilizátoros kameráját tették bele.
iPhone 8 Plus has 2 new sensors in its dual camera. The wide-angle camera has an f1.8 aperture and optical image stabilization. The telephoto camera has f2.8 aperture. So as always, we want to show you the kind of
Wide angle
off of our new cameras. Now these are photos we're going to
a fényerő az jó.
They're straight off the iPhone 8
1.8-as fényerővel, mondom ezt hobbifotósként, tehát azért a fényereje nagyon jó lesz alkonyatban is. A 6S azért már kicsit hiány van a fényerőnek.
And incredibly low noise. Just look at that blue sky. Here's another example. It shows incredible wide quality color again. Just look at the skin tones and the detail in the hair and the eyes. If you look closely in her eyes, you can actually see the photographer reflected there holding an iPhone to take the picture. Here's a great example of the amazing textures and depth in photography. You can really feel the fabric, and you can see details in her face behind the fabric. Here's a great example of low light photography. Texture, detail, and very subtle colors in this darker environment. Last year we introduced portrait mode. iPhone 8 takes fantastic portrait modes. And people flip over taking these photos, and now with the iPhone 8 Plus you're going to get sharper details, more uses in low light, and even a more natural bokeh in the background of the photo.
A portrémódot kipróbálnám szívesen élőbe. Mondjuk a 6S-be az még ugye nincsen. Sándori Tamás, még ne legyél csalódott, be sem mutatták még az X-et. Lehet, hogy bejön a Man in Black.
And they're doing it. And it has to do with lighting. And if you've ever had a professional portrait taken,
hát az iPhone 8-at kár volt szerintem kihozni, ugyanis ez egy felturbózott, picit új chippel rendelt izével, iPhone 7 Plus-szal, tehát jó, az oldala picit más.
the iPhone 8 Plus, the team has come up with a new feature called portrait lighting. Now, this is beta, but it will ship with the iPhone 8 Plus. And here's how it works.
Bionic
a photo in the camera app using the portrait mode. The dual cameras in the ISP sense the scene. They create a depth map. They separate the subject from the background. And then using machine learning, it creates facial landmarks and actually changes the lighting of the contours over your face.
De miért nem hívják iPhone 7S-nek? Szerintem teljesen jól illene hozzá az S-szériás jelző, hiszen a S-szériákat hozzák ki amúgy így
It's super easy to use.
pici
Right when you're in the camera app,
frissítésekkel.
you use portrait mode, and there's a new menu to select the lighting effect you want to use. You just swipe to pick a different effect for whatever you want to shoot. Now, these aren't filters. This is real-time analysis of the light on your subject's face. In fact, you can go in later, after you shot a portrait mode photo, into the Photos app and change the lighting effect to select which one you want to use in your photograph.
Ezt is beharangozták a pletykagyárosok, ezt a többféle megvilágítási módot. Kíváncsi leszek, hogy ez gyakorlatban mennyire fog működni. Az biztos, hogy itt nagyot kell virítani az Apple-nek, hogy menjünk haza csalódottan.
In fact, iPhone 8 has the highest quality video capture ever in a smartphone. Along with the ISP, we have an Apple-designed video encoder. This enables faster frame rates and higher quality video. It does real-time image and motion analysis to predict changes in the content and optimize the video encoding.
Higher frame rates? Na nézzük, milyen képfrissítési módok lesznek.
The iPhone 8 divides each frame into individual tiles, 2 million of them. And we analyze the 2 million tiles every second, looking for details like texture and edges to predict whether that tile has grass, sky, water, or movement in it.
2 milliószor méricskét.
So let's say you're shooting 4K 60 frame of video, it can look like this. It's beautifully optimized for quality and for compression level. And this video was shot on an iPhone in 4K. It's amazing. And if you're one of the many people who love shooting slow-mo videos, that's gotten a lot better too. Now you can shoot at 1080p HD, 240 frames a second. That's double the frame rate of previous.
240 képkocka per másodperc lesz a lassított felvétel, mindez Full HD felbontás mellett. Na most, ha az iPhone 8 hihetetlen a képalkotásban, akkor mi lesz itt az X-nél? Az lesz az alfogó.
The first iPhone really created for augmented reality, and the first smartphone designed for it as well. We custom tune each iPhone for augmented reality. The cameras are actually individually calibrated in the factory, and that makes a huge difference in the performance for AR. There are new gyroscopes, new accelerometers, and ARKit software is tightly tuned to all this hardware to deliver the best experience for motion tracking. And AR greatly benefits from the new A11 Bionic chip. The CPU handles world tracking. The new Apple GPU renders immersive graphics at up to 60 frames a second. The new ISP does real-time lighting estimation. And this stuff is amazing that it happens on a device in the palm of our hands. So I want to show you some of the work that developers are starting to do with AR apps on iPhone 8. So here's one example.
Na nézzük, mire lesz képes az ARKit. Erre nagyon kíváncsi leszek a való életben. Elvileg az iPhone 6S is képes lesz az ARKit futtatására, nem tudom milyen felhasználó élmény mellett, de nézzük csak meg.
They're enhancing the At-Bat app with ARKit so that when you're at the game, you can hold up your iPhone and see real-time player information and stats on top of the game you're watching. And here's Sky Guide from Fifth Star Labs.
Az AX-ben még az A11 Fusion chipet is el tudom képzelni, hiszen most, hogyha az A8 chipjét teszik bele az iPhone X-be, akkor abban semmi ráció nincs miért megvenni az X-et. Jó, maximum az OLED kijelző miatt, de egyéb szinten semmi izgalmas nem lesz.
It's from Directive Games. This is a new startup based in Shanghai. It's founded by developers who have worked on some of the biggest franchises in gaming. So please welcome Atlee Mar, CEO and co-founder of Directive Games. Atlee?
Thanks, Will.
Na nézzük az AR-kitnek a demózását, ez egy izgalmas téma, mind a mai napig szerintem, bár nem kapcsolódik egyáltalán sem az iPhone-hoz, sem az iPad-hez. Inkább iOS 11-be tettem volna bele.
This is the machines. In the game, players battle their friends in real time, either online or around the table in the same room. My friend and co-founder Andrea is preparing a match for us where we play the rebels against the dominators. What's really cool is with ARKit and Metal 2 on the new iPhone, we are able to experience games in an entirely new way. Since players are able to view the game from any angle, our content has to be incredibly detailed. With the power of the new iPhone and Unreal support for Metal 2, we are able to render the entire level on screen, an amazing 1.2 million polygons, while also allowing you to move in close to really appreciate the high visual fidelity. And just look at those 4K textures. It's gorgeous. Now, shall we go into the game? AR allows us to use our position in the real world to gain a tactical advantage. Just look how Andrea is moving towards this cave, lining up his targets. This is something that would have been hard to do with Pinch
játékot az étkező asztalon. Közben a komment szekciót is néztem. Igen, lehet, hogy van egy-két olyan néző a Steve Jobs színházba, aki már az iPhone 9-et várná.
And if a solid object gets between you and the action, the sound is occluded perfectly. And with the stereo speakers on the new iPhone, this is truly amazing. It looks like we're getting hit pretty hard. Yes, deploy a shield, protect our heroes. Now let's rain fire on our enemies, move closer to their base, and get ready for the fatal blow with our super weapon. Oh, the dropship is there. Can you take it out at the same time? What you just saw is an amazing evolution in how games are played and experienced, thanks to the combination of ARKit and Metal 2 on the brand new iPhone. We can't wait for you to play it. Look for the machines on the App Store this month, exclusively on iOS. Thank you.
Ebben a hónapban lesz elérhető. Igen, jó ez a játék, valóban Tamás doba, úgyhogy erre én is kíváncsi leszek. Wireless charging? Ajaj, na ez egy izgalmas téma lesz.
It supports LTE Advanced for fast networking connections, Bluetooth 5.0 for the latest accessories. Of course, it supports our great beloved AirPods and the Beats X headphones that use our W1 chip, and the new Beats Studio 3s as well. And now with iPhone 8, with its glass back, we're enabling the freedom of wireless charging.
Az iPhone 8 megkapta hivatalosan a vezeték nélküli töltést. Na de hol a töltő, mert arról semmit nem tudtunk. Basszus, és akkor nem fog elhasználódni a Lightning kábel. A francba. Sándori Tamás, ezen jót kacagtam, ez tetszik. Egyébként YouTube-on volt olyan ember, aki visszaapplikálta a 3,5-es checkdugót az iPhone-ba, úgyhogy nem lehetetlen.
You can get into your car, wirelessly connect, and start using CarPlay, put your iPhone on the center console, and it's charging, all without ever having to plug in a cable again. What makes this possible is we're building into iPhone 8 and 8 Plus wireless charging with Qi. Now, Qi is the leading openness wireless charging standard.
Csak megkapta a Kiwi standardot. Mindenki attól félt, hogy az Apple saját belső hálózatos töltőt hoz ki, de hát azért csak nem merték megtenni.
wireless charging.
Ezekkel a márkákkal, jó, igen.
Many companies are offering Qi chargers.
Azért ciki lett volna,
Those that are
hogyha
Qi
egy Bentleyben
certified
nem
should all
tudom
work with
tölteni az
iPhone 8.
a
We've
telefonomat.
worked with some developers who created Qi chargers.
Azért az
We
úgy
offer them in
vicces
our
lett
stores
volna.
and online for our iPhone 8 customers, like this one from Mophie and this one from Belkin. So that's iPhone 8. It's a new generation of iPhone. It improves on everything we love about iPhone. It is packed with innovative technologies from the glass and aluminum design to the Retina HD
Az
displays.
iPhone 8
The new
innovatív
A11 Bionic chip.
technológiákkal van tele, magyarul innovációt tartalmaz. Hát ezt kétlem most így
They have new single
az
and
eddig
dual
látottakból.
cameras. There's support for the brand new photo lighting effects in portrait mode and wireless charging.
Na de hol a töltő, gyerekek, azt nem kéne bemutatni?
Starting at 32 gigabytes. We're really happy to tell you iPhone 8 is going to start with twice the capacity, 64 gigabytes, and have a second one at 256 gigabytes.
Érdekes.
And the price?
Megduplázták.
$699.
699-ről indul, ami
iPhone
gyors
8 Plus
fejszámolás,
will have the same two
699.
64 gigabytes,
USA dollár,
256 gigabytes, and it will be priced
na,
starting at
USA dollár, 177, hát az ilyen 250-ről fog indulni Magyarországon szerintem.
And they'll be available a week later on September 22nd.
És szeptember
And we
22-től
can
válik
upgrade to iOS
elérhetővé.
11 starting on September 9th.
Az iOS 11 pedig szeptember
So that
19-től.
is iPhone 8. I'd like to turn it back to Tim.
Ez érdekes. Én azt hittem, hogy már holnap töltette a Golden Master.
iPhone 8, a new generation of iPhone, and a huge step forward.
Na, most jön az igazi nagy durranás.
We do have one more thing.
Na de ha ez nem egy iPhone lesz, akkor én a kardamba dőlök. Komolyan mondom.
We have great respect for these words, and we don't use them lightly. Our teams have been hard at work for years on something that is important to all of us, the future of the smartphone. The first iPhone revolutionized a decade of technology.
Bemutatják a jövő iPhone-ját. Sándor itt már szerintem még érdemes lenne maradnod egy kicsit.
That we are here in this place on this day to reveal a product that will set the path for technology for the next decade.
Videó. Pletyusz, igaz? És a pletykák igazak. iPhone X officially release. Na, erre kíváncsi leszek, mit tud.
This is iPhone 10. It is the biggest leap forward since the original iPhone. And to tell you all about it, I'd like to invite Phil back up. Phil?
Thank you, Tim. I think you can imagine there are a lot of people at Apple that didn't get much sleep last night preparing for this. This is so exciting. I mean, it is all screen. It is beautiful to look at. It is incredible to hold. The display fits edge to edge, top to bottom. It goes into each corner where it follows the tight curve of the design. It has glass on both the front and the back, using the same super strong formula as iPhone 8. The band is made from a surgical grade stainless steel that's both durable and polishes to a beautiful finish. And look how the glass and the stainless steel form a continuous surface from front to back. There has never been anything like it. It's engineered to be water and dust resistant at a microscopic level. Comes in two beautiful finishes, space gray and silver.
Csak két színbe ez, nincs koppergold. Na tessék.
iPhone 10 has an all-new display. It's called the Super Retina display.
Super Retina display. Ez édes.
The level of quality and responsiveness and efficiency is really quite a breakthrough in mobile displays. To start with, the Super Retina display is 5.8 inches on the diagonal.
5,8 szal, igen.
2436 by 1125 resolution. That's over 2.7
Még csak nem is 4K, igen.
It is 458 pixels per inch. Now this is the highest resolution in pixel
758
density
pixel
ever in
per
an iPhone.
inch sűrűség.
And it's remarkable how this larger display can be packed into a phone that fits so comfortably in our
Az
hands.
iPhone X nem fogja megkapni a Touch ID-t, Sándori Tamás, tehát arról nem is szólt a kapegykák. Face ID lesz benne.
Traditional OLED displays have had great benefits, like high contrast and resolution, and no backlight means you can make them thinner. But they came with trade-offs in brightness and rich colors and color accuracy, at least compared to our Retina displays. But the Super Retina display overcomes all of these deficiencies and lives up to all that we expect from an iPhone display. In addition, the new Super Retina display supports HDR in both the Dolby Vision and HDR10 formats. It has an incredible 1,000,000 to 1 contrast ratio. It has the best color accuracy. It integrates our unique 3D touch technology right into the display. And like iPhone 8, it includes
Megkapta a 4K Apple TV-nek a technológiáját a kép megjelenítésbe. Pluton, ami benne van az iPad Pro-ba is. Igen, ez érdekesen néz ki.
So let's start with the simplest thing. How do you wake up your iPhone 10? Well, certainly you can raise to wake just like before, but now you can also just tap on the screen and it wakes up.
Meg kell érinteni.
Now with the display going edge to edge and top to bottom, there's no more home button. This is an important part and a big step forward in the iPhone user experience.
Az oké, de hogy oldom fel?
Something we use hundreds of times a day for so many tasks is an opportunity to rethink how iPhone should work and how we can make it better. So now, when you want to go to the home screen, you simply swipe up from the bottom.
Fel kell húzni.
It's that simple. It's that easy. It's incredibly smooth. And once you do it for the first time, you'll know there's never been a better way.
Igen.
And it works the same way across the system. You're running an app like Mail and you want to go home, what do? You simply swipe up from the bottom and you go home. It's that easy and that intuitive.
Tehát a visszalépés azzal fel kell húzni
The same fluid
a
gesture
aljáról.
also works for multitasking. So if you're in an app and you want to multitask, you just swipe up from the bottom, you pause for a split second, and you're in multitasking. And then you can tap on any app and jump right to it.
Félig kell felhúzni az alkalmazás
We also use the home
váltóhoz.
button for Siri. So how are we going to do that now? Well, of course, you can just speak to your phone as before and say,
Igen.
hey Siri. No, I didn't set anyone's phones off. Or you can now press the side button in, which has been made larger. Once you press it in, you can just talk to Siri.
És tulajdonképpen a mostani
I know what
bekapcsoló
you're thinking
gomb
about.
lesz
What
a
about unlocking?
unlock.
How do you unlock your phone with iPhone 10? I mean, this has been a very important part of the iPhone user experience
Na,
from the very
feloldás,
beginning.
nézzük csak, nézzük.
The first iPhone, we led the way with multi-touch, and we created slide to unlock. And this
Igen, ez
protected
az
the
első
iPhone from
iPhone.
turning on when you didn't want it to, like in your pocket. Starting with iPhone 5S, we invented
Megkapta a Touch
Touch
ID-t, igen.
made it fast and easy to protect all your data and unlock your phone with just your fingerprint. And Touch ID became the gold standard in consumer device biometric protection. But we know we can do something that's better.
Face ID.
iPhone 10, your iPhone is locked.
Vagy
So
Voice
you look
ID.
at it and it recognizes you. Nothing has ever been simpler, more natural and effortless. We call this
Egyébként a Face ID nekem jobban bejön, mert azt tudni kell rólam, hogy nincs újra nyomatom. Illetve ami van, az kb.
Face ID
20-30 percig
is the
érvényes.
future of how we will unlock our smartphones and protect our
Erről majd
sensitive
egy későbbi
information.
videóban fogok részletesen
To
beszélni,
make Face ID
de
possible,
érdekes
it's the most
a
advanced technology we
Face ID.
have ever created. And much of it is packed right up here into this tiny little area at the top of the display. We call this the True Depth Camera System. And it is made up of incredible state-of-the-art technology. There's an infrared camera, a flood illuminator, the front side camera, and a dot projector. And that's not all. There's also the proximity sensor,
Infrakamera,
the light sensor, the speaker
proximity
microphone, all packed
érzékelő,
into this True Depth Camera
mikrofon,
System area.
front
It is
kamera,
amazing.
pont projektor.
Every time you glance at your iPhone 10, it detects your face with the flood illuminator, even in the dark. The IR camera takes an IR image. The dot projector projects out over 30,000 invisible IR dots.
Infraveres kamera,
We use the IR image
30,000 ponton tapogatja le.
to create a mathematical model
Azt
of your
a
face.
leborult
And then we check that
végét.
mathematical model against the one that we stored that you set up earlier to see if it's a match and unlock your phone. And this all happens in real time. It all happens invisibly. You don't see these things going off. It's incredible. It just all works and all happens. To create Face ID, we worked with thousands of people around the world, and the team took over a
Hát most
billion
látom maradt a
images.
szám. Elnézést.
And with that, they developed multiple neural networks to create Face ID. And to process the machine learning in Face ID's neural networks, we built Apple's first ever neural engine. Yeah, this is a big deal. In our pockets, in our phones, there's an
A11 Bionic chip,
with a
igen.
built-in neural engine to process face recognition.
A11 Bionic Neural Engine.
Now, the neural engine is specialized hardware built for a specific set of machine learning algorithms. This is another example of the incredible collaboration between the hardware and software teams that's only possible at Apple. The neural engine is a state-of-the-art ultra-fast processing system. It uses our highest density computing ever. It's a dual-core design. It can perform over 600 billion operations per second, and it's used to the real-time processing of Face ID recognition. But for all of us, it's just super easy and fun to use. When you set up Face ID, you just follow the on-screen instructions, and it tells you how to move your head around in the camera so Face ID can recognize your face. And that's it. You do that once when you set it up. And Face ID learns your face. Even if you change your hairstyle, you decide to put on glasses, you're wearing a hat, or you do it up any way you do it, Face ID learns your face. It learns who you are. And it adapts to you as your face changes over time. Let's say you start to grow a beard. It works in day, it works at night. And the teams worked hard to make sure the Face ID can easily be spoofed by things like photographs. They've even gone and worked with professional mask makers and makeup artists in
Samunak most oda mondanak rendesen.
These are
Azért azt
actual masks
látom.
used by the engineering team to train the neural networks to protect against them in Face ID. It's incredible. The teams worked hard to protect your face data. Yes. Your face data is protected with the secure enclave and the A11 Bionic chip. All the processing is done on iPhone 10 and not sent to a server. We require user attention to unlock. That means if your eyes are closed, you're looking away, it's not going to unlock. Now, how do we compare that to Touch ID? How secure is it? Well, there's no perfect system, not even biometric ones. But as we said earlier, Touch ID is the gold standard for consumer device biometric protection. And the data for Touch ID has been 1 in 50,000, meaning that the chance that a random person could use their fingerprint to unlock your iPhone has been about 1 in 50,000, and it's been great. So what are the similar statistics for Face ID? 1 in a million. The chance that a random person in the population could look at your iPhone 10 and unlock it with their face is about 1 in a million. Now, of course, the statistics are lower if that person shares a close genetic relationship with you. So for example, if you happen to have an evil twin, you really need to protect your passcode with your sensitive data with a passcode. Hopefully you don't. Face ID also works with Apple Pay. So to pay for things, you just double tap the button on the side, you look at iPhone 10 to authenticate, and hold it near the payment terminal to pay. It's that easy, fast, intuitive, simple. Face ID also works with third-party apps.
Apple Pay
Third-party apps
támogatás
already
az megvan a
support Touch
Face
ID and they'll work
ID-nál.
with Face ID. So apps like
Duplán kell
Mint,
kattintani a jobb oldali
1Password,
gombra, és csak
E-Trade
bele
all
kell
work
nézni a
with Face ID.
telefonba. Az izgalmas.
So Face ID.
Remélem az
Face
OTP most
authentication
nézi
for
a
unlocking your iPhone
az
and
adást,
protecting your
és
sensitive data.
hamarosan frissíti az
Use the
OTP
innovative
alkalmazást a
camera
Face
system.
ID-val.
It's trained with neural networks. It's easy to set up. It learns your face, and it adapts to your face over time. It's aware of your attention. It works with Apple Pay, and it works with third-party apps. This TrueDepth camera system is incredible technology, and it's going to enable so many great new user experiences. The first one, of course, is Face ID. But the team decided to create another great experience with it as well. This is a fun one. It has to do with emojis. Now, we use emojis to communicate with others and to express emotion, but of course you can't customize emojis. They only have a limited amount of expressiveness to them. So our team created something called Animoji. These are animated emojis.
Bejött az animált emoji is. Remélem
These are
nem a
emojis that you control with your face.
kulát fogják most promózni.
Animojis track more than 50 facial muscle movements.
Ja, hogy a Face ID-val lesz a motion emoji. Aha. Tök jó. Ez aranyos.
The way you create and share an emoji are right from within Apple Messages.
You said a little late. Where are you?
You can pick from a dozen different animated emojis to share and express whatever you want to express to your family and friends.
Hát ez nagyon cuki. Ez nagyon aranyos.
The iPhone 10 is packed with innovative technologies that enable new user experiences. I'm really excited to invite out Craig Federici to show you iPhone 10 and what it's like to use it for the very first time. Craig?
Hey everybody. Wow, well, I'm absolutely thrilled to be able to give all of you your first live look at iPhone 10. This is a phone we've been dreaming about for a long time, but the reality of it in your hand, it's really something epic. So let's take a look. Here is iPhone 10. Now, unlocking it is as easy as looking at it and swiping up. And, you know, let's try that again. Ho, ho, ho. Let's go to backup here and get right in. So here we are, and you see this expansive display. It's just a beautiful canvas of all of your content and your gestures. And I'm just going to go into the weather app here, and you can just see how apps look when they take advantage of the edge-to-edge display. Now, exiting an app couldn't be easier. You just swipe from the bottom, just like this, and throw the app right back on the home screen. Let me do that again. Just swipe right up. Let's take a look at the web. It just looks unbelievable, edge to edge on this display. And your photos, of course, are just gorgeous as well. Let's jump into this one. Just amazing. Now, video, of course, is unbelievable on the Super Retina display. It looks great in portrait and in landscape. And of course, this is HDR video. Just incredible looking. Now, Phil told you a little bit about multitasking on the device. Let me show you. I'm just going to jump into Maps. And if I want to move between my applications, I can just swipe up and stop, and my other apps all come in. I can get at them with a tap. Just lift. It's just that easy. And we have a great shortcut as well. You can actually move back between apps just by swiping along the bottom like this.
Azért ennek a nagy kijelzőnek meg lesz ám a hatalmas előnye.
Really easy.
Now, you may be wondering about control
Én
center.
már
Worry
látom is, hogy a
not. Right where your
webdesignerek
status
azért
indicators are in
örülni
the upper
fognak
right-hand
ennek
corner,
köztük
you
én
can
is.
just swipe
Újra
down and
optimalizálni
get a
mindent.
control center from anywhere. It's that easy. Let's take a look again at
Új
Face
control
ID.
center be van
Unlocking your
promózva.
phone is just amazingly intuitive. You just raise it, look at it, and swipe right up to get started. But now it's also incredibly fast, so I'm just going to do that again. Just raise it, look at it, swipe. I don't have to wait. And it's also really, really smart. So let's say I wake my phone and I'm not looking at it. It stays locked. But once I give it my attention, well, it
Visszajelzést
unlocks.
szeretnék kérni, hogy az én hangom hallatszódik most.
It's really cool. Now, Face ID is also great for Apple Pay. So if I'm at the register, I can just double click on the side button. I'm authenticated, and I can get in just like that. Now, the true depth camera behind Face ID isn't just about authentication. In fact, we've extended ARKit with some incredible new face tracking capabilities that provide a whole new class of augmented reality experiences. Now, we've been working on one with Snapchat, and I'd like to show it to you now.
Oké, és csak itt az OBS-be kicsit meghalt a potméter, úgyhogy nem láttam, hogy működik-e. Köszönöm szépen.
The tracking is just unreal. Let's check out this one. Now look at the detail over the eyes, the incredible metallic reflections, the quality of the tracking, it's just stunning. Now, of course, many of us like to communicate with emoji. And with Animoji,
Azért ez a Face ID egy érdekes dolog lesz, hiszen az emberi bőr felszíne ugye változik, nálam is főleg, illetve kérdés, hogy hidegben ugye lejjebb a bőr felszíne, melegbe följebb megy a bőrhőmérséklet, hogy ezeket vajon befolyásolja majd-e a Face ID működésében, mert ahogy láttuk, hát itt Craignél voltak problémák az arcfelismeréssel.
Check out the physics in the ears. The pig. We've got a chicken. And the unicorn, mythical creature, favorite of the startup. And yes.
Nem kell a szomszédba menni egy kis hűlésért, úgy látom. Na, tudtam, hogy a szarkupacot fogják bepromótálni. Beszélő szarkupac, ez jó.
These are going to be so much fun, you're going to want to share them. Unfortunately, we let you record messages. I'm going to record a message here for Tim. Hey, Tim, I'm not sure what the protocol is here, but I'd like to call dibs on the fox for my favorite emoji. Which one do you like? Hey, Tim, I'm not sure what the protocol is here, but I'd like to call dibs on the fox for my favorite emoji. Which one do you like? Now, you can send it with just a tap, and it appears as a looping video right inside the transcript. If we're really lucky for our grand finale, we might just get a response back from Tim. Oh, here it is. Let's take a look.
Take me to your leader. Wait a minute, Craig. I am your leader. Let's wrap this thing up.
Tim Cook, mint egy földön kívüli. Aranyos ez is. Jó kis göbb. UFO. UFO. Végül is Spaceshipnek is hívták az Apple Campus 2-t, vagyis hivatalos nevén Apple Park. Na de lássuk a továbbiakat az iPhone X-ről. Nagyon izgat. Ez a Face ID, ez nagyon tetszik. És meg kell, hogy mondjam, hogy ez valóban újításnak tekinthető, hiszen így van. Sok lehetőség van, bocsánat, csak közben a csetet is néztem. Sok lehetőség van ebbe a Face ID-ba, és el tudom képzelni, hogy néhány weboldalhoz elérhető lesz egy Face ID belépés, ahogy már az Apple Pay-t is bele lehet integrálni weboldalakba. El tudom
The
képzelni,
big
hogy a
news on the
jelszavakat fel
camera in the
fogja
iPhone
váltani
10 is that it
egyszer.
has dual optical image stabilization. That means there's OIS on both the wide angle and the telephoto lens. That's a lot of magnets moving around in a very small space, but it helps with compensating for handshake and to take better photos and videos in low light. There's also a better quad LED two-tone flash that is twice the uniformity of
Sándor
light
Tamás
on our subjects.
szerintem
So let's look at some photos
így
taken
képeken
from the
valóban
backside
nem
camera
annyira
on iPhone 10.
ronda, nem is szép, de majd élőben meg kell nézni ezt a telefont. Bár mondjuk mindegyik dizájnnál, mindegyik évben elmondják, hogy ez annyira nem jön be, ez annyira nem okés, nem innovatív, aztán még mindig a legnagyobb példányszámban eladott telefon lesz a világon.
The OIS delivers low light performance, so now you can get incredible low light images like this with the telephoto camera as well as the wide angle. And iPhone 10 is fantastic for the portrait mode feature that we all love.
Végre optical image stabilizátor és megemlítésre került, tehát az optikai képstabilizátor benne van a kamerában, csak azt nem tudom, hogy mind a kettőbe, vagy csak a nagy látószögűnél. Bár mondjuk inkább a telefonó lencsénél kéne a optikai képstabilizátor, hiszen ott van annak nagyobb értelme, a kétszeres zoom átfogással.
And like iPhone 8, it's tuned for AR applications. It has factory calibrated cameras, the new gyroscope, an accelerometer, the performance advantages of the A11 Bionic chips CPU, GPU, and ISP, and ARKit is tuned for iPhone 10. Now the backside camera that we use so much is not the only camera on the iPhone. We have our front side camera as well, and people love to use those for taking selfie photographs. And now with iPhone 10 and its true depth camera, it really delivers a breakthrough in the photos you can take for selfies. Because now with selfies, you can take portrait mode photos as well.
Portrait mode selfie az elő is elérhető lesz. Az izgalmas. És ugyanazok a megvilágítási módok elérhetőek lesznek. Na, fotósként kezd felizgatni ez a telefon.
Of course, everything we've seen is powered in iPhone 10 by the amazing new A11 Bionic chip.
A11 chip.
We talked all about an iPhone 8, but it's worth hitting on the highlights again because there has never been
A11 Bionic chip. Tehát akkor az nem Fusion, hanem Bionic. Túl performant, ilyen két nagy kapacitású és 3 alacsony fogyasztású mag lesz. Apple által tervezve minden, igen. Kíváncsi leszek működés közben, illetve biztos meg fogják tapogatni jó páran itt a bemutató után. Kíváncsi lennék, hogy az iMagazine-osok most mit mondanak a keynote alatt. Két órával többet bír, mint az iPhone 8. Kérdésem van, gyerekek. Mire vonatkozik az a plusz 2 óra? Mert hát azért egy átlagos felhasználónál lehet az plusz 4 óra is, de arra nem tértek ki. Ez érdekes minden esetre.
But we also think we can make the wireless charging experience even better. So our team wants to create something I think all of us are going to want to use, and it might actually help move the entire industry forward. So we're going to give you a sneak peek of this idea right now. I'm sure many of you do this. I do this. I have a lot of Apple products. I love them. I use them all day long. I charge them at night. You plug in your cables, you plug in your chargers.
Végül is, ha belegondolunk, az Apple Watch már régóta wireless chargingot használ. Lehet, hogy az iPhonehoz jó lesz az Apple Watchnak a wireless... Aha, itt van. Igen. Kellett nekem elkezdeni beszélni. Micsoda animáció. De mekkora teksi ez? Ja, hogy Apple Watch-ot is tölt. Aha. És fogadok, hogy rá lehet tenni rá lehet tenni az AirPods-ot is. Ez igen. Ez az. Ez az.
This system has a great interface.
60 000 lesz a vezeték nélküli töltő. Fogadok, hogy 60 000 lesz. Legalább.
This is not possible with current standards, but our team knows how to do this. We call it air power.
Air power. Az igen. Igen.
That encourages others to create more advanced solutions based on technology like this. We're going to be working with the Chief Standards team to incorporate these benefits into the future.
Ez nagyon ütős. Ez az. Ez nagyon ütősre sikerült.
Next year.
Mi? Csak jövő év,
persze. iPhone 10 is the future of the smartphone. It is packed with many innovative features, huge list, we won't go through them all. They add up to a new, better experience. We're so excited about iPhone 10, we created a beautiful video to tell you all about it.
Látom, nem csak én mondtam 60 000 a töltőre. Itt a chatbe is 60 a Phil Sándor, itt a másik, úgyhogy... Na nézzük. Johnny Ive. Ugyanazt a formát alkották meg, mint az Apple Watch-nál szerintem. Mi a véleményetek róla? Oldalról nézve, tehát abszolút profilból nézve. Ugyanaz a görbület, ugyanaz a kijelző forma. És nincs antennacsík. Nagyon tetszik. Igen, ez nagyon durva.
A single swipe takes you to the home screen. A more responsive touch system means the gestures in iOS 11
Ez a nagy képernyő rohadtul tetszik.
The polished stainless steel band reinforces
rozsdamentes acél az oldal, mint az ugrának is.
This new glass formulation, the most durable ever in a smartphone, enables for the first time
3-1-ben töltő.
Our new true depth camera system, contained within this tiny space, uses extraordinary depth sensing
Azért
technology
nagyon bárki
to let you
akármit.
unlock your
Az
phone.
Apple tud úgy innoválni, hogy kis helyre annyi minden vackot be tud rakni. De nem értelmetlen, hanem tényleg összeteszi a dolgokat, és szépen megoldja a
This data is analyzed by the neural engine on the A11 Bionic chip, the first of its kind. Your iPhone now
Köszönöm szépen, Sándor, itt Tamás, a feliratkozást, és hogy nézted a közvetítést, és ahogy kijön az iOS 11 iPad-re fogom fölrakni a videókat, meg majd az új telefonnal is természetesen. Köszönöm, hogy itt voltál.
The true depth camera also enables new experiences, like bringing emojis to life by mapping more than 50 facial muscles in real time, so you can be happy or sad or cross.
Miért kell szerencsétlen szarkupacot animálni? Ha megfeszülök, se értem, ez de nem baj.
And for the first time, you can actually define the light in a scene. Based on fundamental photographic principles, portrait lighting produces the effect of real studio lighting. On the back, the dual camera system is completely redesigned. It's made even smarter by the A11 Bionic chip. With machine learning, the camera detects elements in the scene to optimize the image before the photo is even taken. The camera we use every day now delivers so much more. And as iOS becomes the world's largest platform for augmented reality, it will redefine what's possible. This is iPhone 10.
The team works hard to make iPhone 8 and iPhone 10 in the most environmentally friendly manner possible. They have arsenic-free display glass, mercury-free displays. They're BFR-free, PVC-free, beryllium-free. Now made with a low-carbon process for their aluminum design. and they're highly recyclable with their materials. Really proud of that list, so I like to say it every time.
Továbbra is zöld az Apple, tehát
iPhone
azt
10
azért
also comes
látjuk.
in two configurations, 64
Ez az
gigs
iPhone
and
X, ez nagyon
256
tetszik.
gigabytes.
Ez nagyon.
Price $9.99.
Na, konfiguráció.
Starting on October
Igen,
27th,
jó.
and it begins
Október
to ship
27-től
on
érhető el.
November 3rd. This is the future of the smartphone shipping this year. So this is our lineup for the
November
holidays. Now,
3.
every year
Jó
we
van,
say it's
akkor
a
még
great
lehet
lineup for the
spórolni rá
holidays,
egy
and it
kicsit.
is.
Oké.
But this year is really special. It starts with iPhone SE, iPhone 6S, iPhone 7, the new generation iPhone 8,
iPhone SE megmarad, iPhone 6S, iPhone 7, iPhone 8 és iPhone X. Azt a hétszentségét, soha nem volt még ennyi telefonjuk kínálatba. Ha jól emlékszem legalábbis.
10 years ago, when Steve introduced the world to iPhone, he closed with a quote from Wayne Gretzky. It said, "I skate to where the puck is going to be, not where it has been." Steve said that's what Apple does. We skate to where the puck is going to be. And that is what iPhone 10 is all about. Thank you. Back to you, Tim.
Ez szép volt. Ez szép mondat volt, ez tényleg.
iPhone 10, this really is the future.
Így
We've
van.
made a
Ez
great
maximál, a
fun new
Face
ad,
ID-val.
and I'd love to show it to you.
Viszont az iPhone 8 nem kapta meg a Face ID-t, csak úgy mellékesen jegyezném meg. Na lássunk egy-két reklámot, addig elnémítom magam. Igen, ez...
That is iPhone 10. Thank you.
Nem lesz már morszing szerintem Varga Tibor, mert már igencsak 9 óra fel járunk.
So what a morning we've had. Apple Watch Series 3 with cellular, which gives you the freedom to go anywhere you want with or without your iPhone.
Ki hogyan értékeli a mai kínótot, tehát mi a véleményetek róla? Az iPhone 8 nekem abszolút csalódás, tehát azt szerintem kár volt bemutatni, már csak azért hozták, hogy legyen. Az iPhone X az nagyon ütős, tehát az abszolút, illetve az AR-kit az nagyon jó lesz, azt a játékot mindenképpen ki fogom próbálni AR-kitbe. Szerintem az iPad Pro 10,5 készülékem az abszolút fogja bírni, és játszható lesz vele. Nekem az iPhone X nagyon tetszik. Mockupokon meg 3D render képeken annyira nem jött be, de így ez baromi jól néz ki. Hát szerintem a tokkal meg a függőleges kameratájolás meg kibírható, tehát most az nem jelent semmi extra. Valaki habcizott a nézőtérre.
We work really hard at Apple to create wonderful things, and we hope you love what we've introduced today. I think Steve would be really proud of them.
Nagyon szép, nagyon. Ahogy megemlékeznek Steve Jobsról, az valami példás. Tehát az elején is az a pár mondat, meg most is ez benne volt.
I'd like everybody in Apple to stand up that are here representing their teams from hardware and software and services. Please stand up in operations. Our amazing retail employees.
Ez megható volt számomra.
And everyone that works so hard on this theater on
A
Apple
macOS
Watch.
X HCR-ról semmi
One of the great things
említés sem volt,
this
tehát azért azt
theater
elvártam volna, hogy legalább egy dátumot
unbelievable
bemondjanak,
hands-on
hogy
area.
mikortól lesz elérhető.
It is the most beautiful hands-on area we've ever
Úgyhogy
had by
azt
far.
még hiányolom.
And I would encourage all of you to join us there and get your hands on these wonderful products. Thank you so much for
De
spending
ez az
the
iPhone
morning
X,
with us.
ez
Thank you.
nagyon bejön. Az iOS 11-ről meg igazából mindent tudunk, mert a YouTube-on már mindenki bemutatta, hogy hogyan működik a béták kapcsán. Hát, meg vagyunk ezzel is, meg volt a közvetítés. Én úgy érzem, hogy egy elég innovatív telefont kaptunk a kézbe az iPhone X-szel, iPhone X-nek köszönhetően. Én is lassan elbúcsúzom, és köszönöm mindenkinek, aki részt vett a stream megnézésében. Köszönöm, hogy ennyire aktív volt a csevegőablak is, és köszönöm az új feliratkozásokat is nektek, hiszen ezzel még több emberhez tudok eljutni. Az iOS 11 videók érkezni fognak, ahogy megérkezik, és letölthető az iOS 11, és össze fogom hasonlítani az iOS 10-zel, hiszen a telefonomon hagyom az iOS 10-et, így side by side lesz egy összehasonlító videó, illetve majd az iPad-nek az újdonságait is ki fogom emelni, hogy az iPad-en milyen új funkciókat hoz majd be az iOS 11, hiszen az iPad-eknél lesz a legnagyobb újítása szerintem a 11-es rendszernek. És én úgy érzem, hogy a mai nap nem jöhetett volna létre, hogyha nincs Steve Jobs, nincs 10 éve az első iPhone, ugye, amit bemutatott, és ha még maradtok egy picit, én szeretném, hogyha maradnátok, és bejátszanám nektek az első iPhone bemutatóját. Egy másodperc türelmeteket kérem szépen. És én ezzel szeretnék megemlékezni Steve Jobsról és az első iPhone-ról.
This is a day I've been looking forward to for 2.5 years. Every once in a while, a revolutionary product comes along that changes everything. And Apple has been, well, first of all, one's very fortunate if you get to work on just one of these in your career. Apple's been very fortunate. It's been able to introduce a few of these into the world. In 1984, we introduced the Macintosh. It didn't just change Apple, it changed the whole computer industry. In 2001, we introduced the first iPod. And it didn't just change the way we all listen to music. It changed the entire music industry. Well, today, we're introducing 3 revolutionary products of this class. The first one is a widescreen iPod with touch controls. The second is a revolutionary mobile phone. And the third is a breakthrough internet communications device. So, 3 things: a widescreen iPod with touch controls, a revolutionary mobile phone, and a breakthrough internet communications device. An iPod, a phone, and an internet communicator. An iPod, a phone. Are you getting it? These are not 3 separate devices. This is one device. And we are calling it iPhone. Today, Apple is going to reinvent the phone. And here it is. No. Actually, here it is, but we're going to leave it there for now. So, before we get into it, let me talk about a category of things. The most advanced phones are called smartphones, so they say. And they typically combine a phone plus some email capability, plus they say it's the internet, sort of the baby internet, into one device, and they all have these plastic little keyboards on them. And the problem is that they're not so smart, and they're not so easy to use. So if you kind of make a Business School 101 graph of the smart axis and the easy to use axis, regular cell phones are kind of right there. They're not so smart, and they're not so easy to use. But smartphones are definitely a little smarter, but they actually are harder to use. They're really complicated. Just for the basic stuff, people have a hard time figuring out how to use them. Well, we don't want to do either one of these things. What we want to do is make a
A streamet megállítom, hiszen ez egy hosszabb videó, de a lényeg benne van. És végezetül egy idézetet szeretnék mondani, amit 1989-ben mondott Steve Jobs. Nem kérdezheted meg a vásárlókat, hogy mire vágynak, mert mire megpróbálod azt megadni nekik, mert mást akarnak majd. Szerintem ez az idézet tökéletesen mutatja az iPhone 8, iPhone X sikerességét, a sikertelenségét, hiszen mindenki másra számít, másként vélekedik és más funkciókat szeretett volna, de Steve Jobs volt az, aki megalapozta az iPhone-t, és az ő ötletei alapján jött létre. Köszönöm szépen mindenkinek, hogy itt volt, köszönöm, hogy megnéztétek ezt a maratoni streamet, és remélem, hogy élveztétek. Kérlek, írjátok meg a hibákat is, hiszen arra is kíváncsi vagyok, hogy mi az, amit másképp kéne csinálni, vagy mi az, amit úgy mondom, hogy jobban, hiszen az ember ebből tanul, és ebből tudja fejleszteni magát. És többféle videósorozatot fogok indítani a közeljövőben, tehát új videók, új sorozatok jönnek, amiket szeretettel mutatok majd be nektek, és kíváncsi vagyok a visszajelzésekre, hogy milyen lesz az iPhone X. További szép estét kívánok mindenkinek. Szerbusztok és jó éjszakát!